name is Sandra Namarome. I'm very excited to have attended this workshop. This workshop has shaped my understanding of servant leadership in a way that it has awakened principles that I believe in, that true leadership should emulate. And I know that if I make reference to the great book, that is the Bible, is that if you want to be the greatest, you have to be the least. And being the least means you serve. You look out for the needs of the people and you work on them. And this cuts across being a leader, being an entrepreneur, being a mother, and all aspects of life.
My name is Restituta Kaguma Nabwire, and I work with the Alliance of Mayors. We Alliance of Mayors on Health and Development. And today I attended the workshop with the Aslead Institute. This workshop has enabled me to understand servant leadership better. I will not say that I've had this word for the first time, but there are many things I've been taking for granted. I thought I knew what servant leadership was until today when I got to realize that you don't have to do very big things. You can start in a small way and have incremental progress towards ensuring that you have servant leadership in all the spheres, in all the spaces, be it family, be it at workplaces, places of worship. You can start in a small way, impact others, because also what was emphasized today is that you're not a leader until you have a following. And you also want a following of people who are servant leaders as well, who keep pulling the others, who keep ensuring that everyone is developed in a holistic manner.
Servant leadership would shape organizational performance in a way that if it is practiced, it would birth a lot of potential from the staff. It would maximize and would tap into the qualities of work that any organization, any corporate organization would be looking out for. For example, if someone feels welcomed in an organization, if they feel like they matter, if they're appreciated, if they are consulted, if they are shown the way, and then they are part of actually constructing the way to the top, which are goals of an organization, I would believe that that organization would actually maximize and quicken its growth.
As a leader, I lead an organization, the Alliance of Mayors in Uganda. Um, it's important to be aware of myself, know what kind of leader I want to be or what kind of leader I should be to be able to impact on my colleagues or other people that I work with. It has also helped me to appreciate how do I deal with my bosses or the board of directors, and and also to understand their perspectives about some of the things. If the boss is treating you in a certain manner, how do you navigate it? How do you help them appreciate? In today's workshop, there were so many things I kept on looking at, and I kept thinking this would be good for also my board to understand that it's not about just pushing us to do, and then I also push it down to my colleagues, but it's also important for them to appreciate that pyramid change is an important one for all stratas, all types of leaders to appreciate and be able to understand.
Would you recommend servant leadership workshops of this nature to other organizations in your network?
Before I even get to the bigger network, the organization I work with, I keep grappling with a number of things, and I want to appreciate the colleague who has pushed us towards buying a book or two. I think that would be a good starting point for me to impress it upon the employees. There are some gaps that I see, and I keep thinking it's me who has a problem, or they just don't understand. Even just appreciating the different generations, that the Gen Zs, there's something about the way they've been exposed that you need to work together to get the best result. So yes, to start with the colleagues that I work with, to the board of the organization that I work with, I would recommend this 100%. Then other uh, organization, NGOs, I work with an NGO that works with local governments, and I think there are so many lessons. I can't even begin to start pointing out the different important lessons in servant leadership that happens, the things that are needed in the local government. I can say in the NGO world, there are a number of things that you can relate to. A thing or two done here, where the leaders try and, try to serve the people. But the local governments, there is a lot of work that is needed. And that's right uh, from the local government of the LOC one, if you take Uganda as an example, to even the ministries that are in charge of those local governments.
Okay.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend this workshop. But what I would recommend is that it is done with for more days, because I felt like there were a number of things that just needed a lot more time to digest, to debate, to appreciate.
My my big takeaway today is a reminder that as a leader, we should carry the people that we are leading in our hearts. Sometimes we make the mistake of carrying them on our shoulders, but today we've had a demonstration of what it means to still show compassion, care, responsiveness to the people we work with and their needs, and yet at the same time not necessarily carry the weight. So whenever you work with people together and you have a good communication flow, you get to understand each other, you get to understand what their needs are, and you work with them to forge a way forward on how best to respond to all their needs, whether their needs are for motivation, in terms of payment, in terms of being heard, in terms of giving them the platform to actually showcase and deliver what they would want to do with their skills. So that for me, it has stood out.